Everyone, welcome back in Java Mind Techie channel. Today I am going to discuss all about very well known topics we know all right. So that is Java 8 features. So once you're going to switch any company or even if you're working any project, right? So in interview, right? So if interview asks, hey, which version you're going to use in your project? So if you tell Java 8, right? So definitely they may ask which feature did you use in your project, right? So because we have lots of features in Java 8, right? So we are going to use different types of features in our implementation, right? So that's why today we are going to discuss all the features what we are going to use in our application, or suppose if you are going to give any interview, so how we are going to what reply the answer to respective question. Okay, so today agenda is whatever we have the feature in Java 8, so how we're going to use in our application, right? So now let's get start. See, just you can see here, right? So I have already written the topics, what the topics in Java 8 they have introduced, right? So I've written, right, Java 8 features with code. So the with code means, guys, so whatever the features they introduce corresponding, I will explain code base also, right? Because without the code we can't understand respective topic, right? Suppose we are going to discuss a functional interface. First topic is functional interface, right? Suppose if you need to know the functional interface, so definitely you should have the code base also, how functional interface implemented in the project or application, right? So that's why I have written all the topics first. Okay, so first I will discuss all the topics what we are going to cover in our discussion, right? So first topic is functional interface. We'll discuss very briefly what is functional interface, how is different from normal interface, right? Then second is the lambda expression. You know all right, so very well lambda expression, but I will explain very briefly and very layman term. Okay, so how this lambda expression we are going to use in the application, right? Then third is the stream API. Also we know very well, right? So there are two types of operation in the stream API, right? Intermediate operation and terminal operation, right? Under the intermediate operations, lots of methods we are going to use, right? So filter methods, map methods, distinct, sorted, limit, skip. Apart of that, lots of feature, lots of method also. Okay, and terminal operation. As for example, I'm written here, right? So for each, reduce, collect, max, count, find first, and find any, not found any. I'm written mistake here. That's find any. Okay, so different types of methods are there under terminal operations. So I will explain each and every method very briefly once you're going to jump into the stream API with an example with the code base. Okay, our main motto is this video, how we are going to implement all the concept in the project level. Okay, in which scenario we are going to do the for each, reduce, collect, right? So the interview may ask, where did you use for each? Suppose if they may ask, hey, where did you implement Java 8 feature in your project? Then directly you need to tell, I have used what? For each method, reduce method, filter method, map method, right? Then they will come to know, yes, you know the Java 8 feature. Correct, guys? So I will explain each and everything very briefly. Okay. So, so next topic is predefined functional interface, right? Under the predefined functional interface in Java, these are the methods. These are the interface. Okay, predicate interface, by predicate, function by function, consumer by consumer, supplier, unary operator, binary operator. I will discuss this each and every interface and the implementation, internal implementation. I will show you. Okay, how this predicate is internally implemented. Okay, after that we have written right here optional class, right? So we know very well what is optional class. Suppose if you are going to avoid a null pointer exception, right? So that's why Java 8 introduced optional class, avoid the null pointer exception, right? So see, next one is method reference. I will explain. Okay, then date and time API, Nestron JavaScript engine. A part of that, so some features they have introduced like that, right? So default and static method under interface, right? So most of the interview this question may ask, right? Why default and static method defined under the interface? Okay, this question also I will explain very briefly. And then question is binary tree instead of linked list in a hash map. We know very well in hash map inter implementation we are what saving the object into the linked list. But in Java 8 they have added some new feature. Instead of linked list they are going to use the binary tree. Okay, I will explain very briefly, everyone. So once we'll jump into their respective topics. Okay, in our discussion. So this Java 8 features will discuss almost 8 to 10 videos. Okay, one by one I will explain. Each in single video we can't complete each and everything. So one by one we will explain. But main focus, the feature what we're going to explain here, the code base. Okay, in code how we are going to explain each and every topic. Okay, the main agenda, because theory you know very well. In interview they will not ask the theory. If they will ask theory also, but definitely they may ask how did you implement this concept in your project. That means you should have very concrete idea about the coding. Okay, if he may ask, right, so where did you implement predicate, how can you show me. Okay, that time you may face problem. That main focus how all the interface method we are going to use in the implements in our project. That main motto. Okay guys, so let's start. The first topics what I mentioned, functional interface, right, which have introduced in Java 8 feature, right. So see guys, before starting functional interface, so we should have very concrete idea about the normal interface. I hope you all know, right, very well. So what is normal interface versus the functional interface? I have written, right, normal interface versus what, functional interface. Okay, the main agenda for this what, so first we should have idea, right, about the normal interface and how this normal interface is distinguished with the functional interface, right guys. So see, normal interface means, guys, see, I will explain here. So till Java 7, right, till Java 7, as per under the interface, right, what we are going to write, tell me. So if you are going to define any variable, right, so by default what, it is the public static final, right guys, yes or no? Yes, right, because whatever you're going to define the variable inside the interface, so by default what, it is the public static final, right, yes or no? Yes, right, yes or no? 100% yes, right. So suppose if you are going to define any method, tell me. So it should be what, abstract method, by default what, public abstract, right. In Java 7 I am explaining here, right. So if you are going to what, define or create any variable, so by default this should be public static final. Okay, if you are going to define any method, that should be the public abstract by default, right. So only we will have the declaration, not the implementation. Yes or no? Yes, right. So till Java 7, but once they have launched what, Java 8, what, differentiate. So in Java 8 they have introduced two what, new feature. Two new feature in the sense, default and static method they have introduced, right. So default and static, so both the method have what, implementation, have the implementation, right. So I will tell you what is the main motto for what, launching for this two method, default and static method, right. I will explain later. See, then third, till Java 9, so as per under interface what they introduced two methods again. What, so the method should be the private, okay, and what, second one, private static. These two methods they have introduced, right, but they also provided their implementation, correct guys. So we can see, right, so till now, so with the normal interface, if you are going to create a normal interface, so we will have this thing, what, 5 types of methods we can define inside the interface. Yes or no guys, tell me. Absolutely 100%, right. So first abstract method which has introduced in Java 7, right? Then default static, it came into the Java 8. Private and private static method came into Java 9. So normal interface, we will have these such a 5 types of method. Yes or no? I hope you understood clearly, right? But very important question, right? In each and every, not we can say each and every interview, but most of the interview, this question asked by the interviewer. What? Why interface allowed default static method in Java 8? Yes or no? See, the very simple answer I am explaining here, right? Very simple in 2 lines. Anyone may ask, hey, why default static method is there in Java 8? So you need to tell in very simple way. What? See, I am explaining here. So to give the common functionality, right? To give the common functionality to all implementation classes, right? If you are going to create any default static method inside the interface, right? So what it does mean, right? So to give the common functionality to all implementation classes, where you're going to implement it, right? Then functionality inside interface using default static. Simple. If we are going to give the common functionality to the all implementation classes, then our functionality inside the interface should be what? Default and static. Very concrete and meaningful answer you need to give to the respective interviewer, or if you are not giving an interview, so for your knowledge sake. This is a reason. Okay. Now, so what I mentioned initially, so there are 5 types of normal method which are inside the interface: abstract method, default method, static method, private static method, right? So that is our normal interface. Now, our first topic in Java 8, what? Functional interface, right? You all know very well, right, what is functional interface, but I will explain very shortly here. Okay, the interface which have only one abstract method, right? We know very well the interface which have only one abstract method, that interface will known as what? Functional interface, right guys? Yes or no? Yes, right? Whatever the interface, if we have only one abstract method, that interface will known as what? Functional interface. The interface may contain other method, right? Default, static, private static. But anyhow, we should have one what? Abstract method. We will have one abstract method. Only we can say what? The interface has a functional interface. If you will have 2 abstract method, it can't possible. I will show the example. If you will return 2 abstract method inside the interface, then it will throw the error. Invalid interface, like that. I will show you. Okay. But knowledge sake, just keep in mind, if any interface, if it contain only one abstract method, that interface will known as what? Functional interface. Just like what? Runnable. We know very well. Once we are going to create a thread, right? With implement thread, with extend thread class, or with implement runnable interface, right? So that run method, right? This one. Comparator, comparable, right? We know very well. If you are going to what? 1 minute. Comparable. I mistake here. So this is just reverse I have written here. So just do that way. Okay. So in compare method here, in comparable, compare 2 methods there, right? So that is one single method, right? That is one single method. Correct? Predicate, we will discuss later. So inside that interface, one method, that is test method. Consumer, exit method. So that's why this method has called the what? Functional interface. Why? This interface containing only one abstract method. I hope you understood very clearly, right? Simple. The interface which have only one abstract method, that is called the functional interface. So you know very well what is the abstract method, which don't have the implementation. which don't have the body, right? Just like already I have defined above, right? See, already I have defined this one. So this method we don't have the implementation, right? This method we don't have the implementation, don't have the body. Such method is called the what? Abstract method. So only one abstract method we should have inside the what? Functional interface. Okay, got it guys? I hope you understood very clearly. No need to spend too much time. Once you're going to explain code, then we'll come to know once again. Okay, see, second topics, what? Lambda expression. Guys, I will explain code base also, so don't worry. Just I will give some brief idea about the what you want. Okay, first, then I will explain the code base also. Second topic was lambda expression. It's very interesting video, guys. I will explain code base very comfortability. Okay, very comfortable. Then we'll come to know on the code base, right? Then we'll realize, yes, this video is how much helpful for you. Okay, so once you're going to code, right, then you will come to know very easily. So what we are going to what learn the theoretical knowledge and how this theoretical knowledge will correlate with the what coding. Already I mentioned very first video. If you know theory, so corresponding also you should know the what code. How this theory will correlate with the code. Then real maja is coming. Yes or no? Okay. See, so to what is lambda expression? So lambda expression, guys, very simple. Very in simple terms I can say here. So lambda expression provide the implementation of functional interface. What? Lambda expression provide the implementation of functional interface method. See how it's simple. So whatever the method we are going to define inside the functional interface, for that we are going to provide the implementation. Got it, guys? What I mean to tell? Whatever the method we are going to define inside the functional interface, right? For that method, if you are going to provide the implementation, so that is with the help of lambda expression only. Once I will do the code, then I will tell you how it correlate. Okay. As of now, for knowledge sake, just keep in mind. Okay. So lambda expression just provide implementation. Okay, of the functional interface method. Okay. So see, main objective of lambda expression. If anyone asks, hey, what do you mean by the lambda expression, or what is the main objective of the lambda expression coming to the Java 8 feature, right? So you need to tell to bring the benefit of functional programming into Java. What? Functional programming. Earlier it was not there, right? Once lambda expression came, only we get what? We got benefited. Functional interface, functional programming into the Java. So main objective of the lambda expression what? To bring the benefit of functional programming into Java. Simple. I hope you understood, right? Now, so in very shortly, if you need to know, if anyone asks, hey, what do you mean by lambda expression? So first you need to tell what? Provide the implementation of functional interface method. Second thing, you need to tell what? It bring to the benefit of functional programming into Java. Third thing you can tell also what? So with the lambda expression, we can achieve anonymous function. Anonymous means unknown. We don't know the name of the function. That is anonymous function. Nameless, because the method don't have any name. No return type. We are not going to return any type. No modifiers. Modifier means what? Public static void main, right? So public is the modifier, right? Public, private, protected, like that. And we want example simple. See, public is a modifier. Void means return type. M1 means, right, guys? So we no need, right? See, and we example public void M1 method system.order.println high lambda expression. So this expression with the help of lambda expression, how we are going to write? Simple C with lambda expression. this bracket, after arrow marks, then you need this expression. Yes or no? This is a what? In this way, we are going to implement the lambda expression. I will explain briefly here. See, in next line, syntax of lambda expression. What I have written? So before the arrow, see, this is arrow, right? This is arrow. So before the arrow, argument list we should have. After the arrow marks, what we will have? Expression. So keep in mind, if any time if you are going to implement lambda expression, that concept, that thing you need to keep in mind. So after arrow marks, what we are going to write? Before the arrow marks, what we are going to write? So before the arrow, we are going to take argument list, right? Once you're going to implement any method, right? So definitely you will have the what? Argument, right? I will explain once you're going to jump into the code how we are going to take the argument list. Okay? Sometimes we don't have argument. See, line number 99, see, you don't have any argument, right? You don't have any argument. That argument is 0, right? Once you add two number, suppose if you are going to add two number, so you will have two number, right? So int n1, int n2. So argument list will be 2, right? I will explain briefly once you are going to jump into code. So as of now, knowledge sake, it's very simple. So syntax by before array, argument list, after arrow, expression. Okay guys, leave it. So as of now, it's enough for the theoretical part. And also you need to keep in mind, right? So what I have written here, right? Important note. So lambda expression will take the any number of argument. What I mentioned, it will take any number of argument, but take only one expression. It will take only one expression that will be executed and returned. It's also very important what I have told here. So lambda expression will take what? The any number of arguments. See here, not 0, not 1, not 2. So any number of, not any specified, only one argument or two argument. What I mentioned, any number of argument. Okay, but take only one expression. It will take only one expression that will execute and return. Get concentrate. Lambda expression looks like very simple. If you don't know the concrete concept, then it becomes complex. It's very simple if you know very what? A sketch level. If you don't know very sketch level, very concrete way, right? Then it becomes complex. Okay. So what I have told? So it will take any number of argument, but take only one expression that will be executed and returned. So that is the only theoretical part. What lambda expression? What is syntax? Okay. So now we'll jump into the code. Now we are going to what? Jump into the code. I will explain first, right? So I will explain first what? So how we are going to write the code. Yes or no? How we are going to write the code in our IDE. Then you will come to know, oh, so in this way we are going to write the lambda expression. We are going to define the functional interface, right? So now we are going to into what? In IDE. Okay. So already I have mentioned last video. So if you are going to run any application, so in your system you should have what? Any IDE. It may be Eclipse or IntelliJ. Okay, anyone. If in your system, then you can run the code very easily. So in my system, Eclipse IDE is there. So I'm going in my Eclipse IDE, right? See, already in my system, Eclipse IDE is there, right? So already I mentioned last time, right? So how we are going to create the project. Once you are going to create the project, how you are going to create the what? Package. If you are going to create the package, then how you are going to create the class. In the class, how you are going to write the code. So these are all things already I have explained in last video. Yes or no? So if you don't know, if you don't have ideas or step things, so you just go that last video, you watch there, then you'll come to know, okay, very easily. So today I'm not going to explain all that stuff, already I've discussed earlier. So just directly I'm going to jump into the what, creating the class. Okay, so in this already we have com.average we have package, right? So in this package we are going to create one class. What I am going to create one class, right? Just come here and write your class name. Okay, so I'm going to explain what about the functional interface and lambda expression. These two concepts I have explained earlier, right? Just before some time, right? So just I will explain now how we are going to use the lambda expression, okay, for respective what, functional interface method, right? Okay, so for this I am just keeping the class name is a lambda example1. Okay, what, lambda example1. Guys, please be focused. Okay, so what I'm going to write now, it's completely coding. Okay, it's very simple, very basic, but if you know basic, then your coming video or coming topics will become very easy. If you don't know the basic, then coming video, coming topics, you feel complex. Okay, I will explain in such a way so you feel very comfortable while writing code anywhere in front of interview or while you're going to implement any task as per your project assignment. That's why I'm telling, please be concentrate while I'm writing the code. Okay, see, so my class name is lambda example1, right? I'm writing here, clicking here, public static void main. That is by default it will come. Okay, click. See guys, because already we have ticked that what, by default the public static void main will come, right? Okay, so now what I mentioned, what our main agenda, right? So how we are going to implement lambda expression with the help of what, functional interface, right guys? Tell me yes or no. What our main agenda, how we are going to implement lambda expression with the help of what, functional interface. Why guys, I'm explaining one more time. See, while I am discussing this thing, right, what this thing, so I have mentioned, right, what is lambda expression, right? So lambda expression provide the implementation of functional interface method, right? Whatever the method we are going to define inside the functional interface, so for that how we are going to provide the implementation, right? Yes or no? Okay, so that's why I came here. So this is our class, right? So above the class, first we are going to define what, one interface. We will define one functional interface, not an interface. So lambda expression will provide the implementation of functional interface method. Please keep in mind, repeatedly I am explaining what. So if you are going to provide the implementation of functional interface method, only we are going to use the lambda expression. Yes or no? What? So for that purpose, we are going to create one what, interface. Not interface, functional interface. Yes or no? Functional interface, what? That interface contain only one abstract method. Yes or no? Yes. So see, interface, right? Interface, suppose the interface name will be wish, WISH. Yes or no? Wish, right? So see what happened. So how the compiler will come to know this is what, functional interface? Two way. Even you are going to provide the what, annotation, and second way we are going to define only one abstract method. Yes or no? See, suppose if you are going to define void what, void greet. Yeah, void greeting. Void greeting. That is functional interface. Yes or no? Suppose if intentionally if we are going to write two method, see what is error method. First I will just like G. See, this will correct Java 8 or Java 7, right? Because we have two different types of abstract method there. But what our main motto is that? Main motto is what? So we are going to implement lambda expression. So only one what? Abstract method should be there. Yes or no? So see here one thing. See, if I am given annotation functional interface, see, tell me what is error? Invalid at the rate of functional interface annotation, which is not a functional interface. Guys, tell me. Please concentrate. What I want to show here. So, if we are going to define two methods inside interface, and if you are writing an annotation this one, so directly it will invalid. Why? It expect only one interface. Okay, see, if you are going to comment this line, see, remove, right? Yes or no? Because now compiler justify, okay, yeah, only one abstract method is there inside interface, and also intensely in the word function interface notation. Even if we are going to remove this thing, it will not show any error. Any message coming? Completely no. Why? Compiler understood, okay, so this interface has only one abstract method is there. That's why it is a functional interface, guys. Already I mentioned you. Any interface, if we, this is custom interface, right? This is custom functional interface. We are going to write, right? Developer is going to write. But in predefined in predicate, only one abstract method is there, that is test. Consumer, accept. Runnable, run. Comparable, compare to. Comparator, compare. Predefined interface. The interface which have only one abstract method. But this is our custom function interface which have only one abstract method. So we are going to provide the implementation for this void greeting. What? If we are going to provide the implementation for this void greeting, so how we are going to provide implementation with the lambda expression? That is our agenda. Yes or no? That is our agenda. Okay, so remove this thing. No need. As per knowledge sake, I have mentioned this thing. You got it, right? I hope you understood, right? So this is the functional interface. Why? Because this interface containing only one abstract method, that is greeting. Got it? No return type. Okay. See guys. So now what I am going to write in this implementation our class. Okay. So we will create what? Object, right? Then we are going to call, right? So see, this is our interface, right? So this w equals to, yes or no? So now we'll come into the what I have mentioned in the theoretical parts. What? So just write the first arrow. Yes or no? First concept, what? Arrow. After arrow, what thing you need to give? Expression. Before arrow, what you need to give? Tell me guys. Argument list. Yes or no? Already I mentioned guys here. So for knowledge sake, I am mentioning here, right? See, before arrow what? Argument list. After arrow, expression. Yes or no? Come here. So before arrow, argument list. See, tell me guys, any argument is there for this method greeting? No, right? So just keep directly this thing. What? If we don't have any argument, what we can do? This thing. Before arrow. We don't have any argument, right? Right, this one. After arrow, tell me guys, what you need to write? Expression, right? Expression, right? So sys or, okay. In the sys or, what you can write? A high lambda lambda expression. Yes or no? I hope it clear, right? Absolutely, it should be clear, right? Then tell me, guys, what I need to? I need to call what? This greeting method, right? Main is implement what? This greeting method. Yes or no? Provide the implementation of functional interface method. Already we have created an object, right? So now what we can do? W, this object, right? Dot. See, method there not there, right? You call this. You can call this, right? If you will call, so what you will get result? High lambda expression. Tell me, guys, it's simple or not? It's very simple, right? So how we have provided the implementation for this abstract method in our implementation, right? With the lambda. This is lambda, right? Guys, this is lambda, right? Tell me yes or no. What I mentioned in the theoretical part, this is lambda, right? So before arrow, argument list. After arrow, what? Expression. This is lambda, guys. I will explain coming video or coming method for each method. Okay, how it's okay. I'll explain. But as of now, see, it's first example, right? That's why I'm going to what? Explain very briefly how the lambda expression is going to what? Implement the functional interface method. So see, I will run the application. Then you will come to know. Yes or no? Then you will come to know very easily how the output is coming, how response is coming. It's coming expected or not. Okay? We know very well how to run the application, right? Just go there, Java application, right? So see here, we can see, right? So high lambda expression is coming, right? Correct? So as our implementation is correct, right? It's expected, right? So how we have implemented what? Functional interface method implementation, right? So this is functional interface what? Method. So how we have provided implementation for greeting method. Yes or no? It's correct, right? Suppose if I'm giving some example, right? See, suppose if you're going to create what? That with other object, right? So with w1 equals to. So already I mentioned this method doesn't have any argument. So that's why I've written what? Without any argument. After it, we are going to create what? Arrow, right? Again arrow. So if you have multiple what? Statement in that expression, right? So that's why if you're writing in this way. Okay. So what? I will explain here. See. So suppose if you're writing here this one, right? Control C, Control V. So you can write here what? Some other message, right? So what message we can write here? I will explain here. See. So if you can write what? Java mind video is interesting. Suppose if you write here Java mind what? Video interesting. What? Interesting. Yes or no? You can write any message. You can write any message. But knowledge I'm explaining here how. Okay. So this is the one statement, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? One statement, correct? And suppose if you write other statement as well. What? Come here. Just copy this one. Copy this one and paste here. Some other text message if you write, if you want to write what? Java mind video interesting. Java mind video is what? Conceptual. Conceptual. Okay. Write this one. Okay. And if you write multiple statement, right? If you write multiple statement, right? So that means you should have that inside this curly bracket, right? See, here is removed, right? Okay. So now what you can do? So now you can call, right? What you can call? So that object already we have it w1 dot greeting method, right? Yes or no? So what will expect the output? Java mind video is interesting and Java mind video is conceptual, right? Yes or no? So we'll run the application, we'll see. Yes or no? The response is expected or not, right? See. Guys, tell me yes or no. So high lambda expression, right? So Java mind video is interesting and Java mind video is conceptual. So what we have understood here, if you have multiple statement, then you need to write under this what curly bracket, right? Then you need this thing, right? When we take multiple statement, then we need to write in that way. Got it? This is first example, guys. This is first example. So I am just going to write second example. Okay, I am going to write second example. So what I need to do? Same way, I need to go here, create what? Class. Okay, now second example name is what? Lambda expression example 2. What? Lambda expression. What? Lambda expression. Yeah, lambda example. What? Lambda example 2. Yes or no? Same way, need to click this main method, finish. So see, second example already we have created. Yes or no? So guys, so this second example, what our main motto is, how we are going to perform some operation. First operation, what? So first example, what we have written? So no any argument was there, right? So in this example, see, we didn't write any what? Argument. Yes or no? We don't have any argument. Tell me yes or no? Any argument? No. So in this example, our motto is we are going to perform some operation. Suppose if you are going to add two numbers, giving simple example, but conceptual, knowledge sake. If we are going to add two numbers, so how we are going to write this method inside the functional interface? First thing, after writing this method inside the functional interface as an abstract method, then how we are going to provide the implementation for that add method. I hope you understood. I am writing here. Just consider. See guys, I am giving such type of content, such type of knowledge. So if you concentrate very well, right? So anywhere, if you are going to that lambda expression implementation, it will become very, very easy. Okay, just write interface. Interface. What? Interface name just like put operation, because you're going from add operation, right? Operation. Operation, right? I have mistake here. Don't worry. This is the operation. Interface name. Inside interface, what you need to do? You need to create one abstract method. For this abstract method, we are going to provide the implementation with the help of lambda expression. Simple. Okay. So what I have told you. So void add. This is method name. This is a method name, and in this method we are going to pass some argument. So first, when I explain the theoretical, what I have told you, before the arrow argument list, after the arrow expression. So that argument will comes under the argument list. So int n1, int n2. So that is two input. So this input we are going to add. Yes or no? And this is a abstract method. So that's where we are not going to provide any what implementation. Only we are going to provide the declaration. Yes or no, guys? See guys, how you need to know, how you should have the concept in this way. So first we are going to define what? One abstract method inside interface. Only one abstract method. If you are going to create two abstract method, then this interface will not be what? Functional interface. Then it will be normal interface. So that's why, so this interface will contain only one abstract method. That is the add method. So for this add method, we are going to provide the implementation with the help of lambda expression, because lambda expression talks about only what? Whatever the functional interface, we are going to provide the implementation for that. We will not provide any implementation. Only we are going to provide the functional interface method implementation. Who talks? Lambda expression. Okay, so now came here. Okay, see what we will do now. Already we have the created class, right? That is the lambda example 2. Okay, so in that we are going to create the object for this interface first, right? So operation, suppose object we are going to create op equals to what I mentioned. Put arrow mark, guys. Very simple, very simple. Constraint only. What this one? Copy this one. Argument list, guys. Very simple. Put argument list here. Nothing we are going to do. Argument list I have given. Okay. Now after this expression only, guys. Already mentioned you expression after the arrow mark. So what? Sys out. Yes or no? In sys out we need to write the message. Okay. So what? Addition of what? To number. Okay. Will what? Plus what? To number. What addition of two number will be? So already we have the two input, right? So n1 what? Plus n2. Tell me yes or no? This two value, right? N1 n2. Correct, right? It's 100% right. Correct? So after that, what you need to do? You need to call the method. Which method? This add method. So how? So op dot, already you have the add method, right? Call the add method. This add method expect two input. Number 1, number 2. Suppose number 1 will be the 100 and number 2 will be what? 200. Suppose it's up to you. Whatever the value you are going to pass. Okay. So it will call respective method, add method. Yes or no? And it will execute the application and give the result. What you are going to print? What? Addition of two number each. If you mention here each. Okay. So this will give the result. So that's why, can we run the application? Yes, we can run the application. Okay. So if you are going to run the application, see, come here. See. Okay guys, 1 minute. I have done mistake here something. Yep, now we can remove, okay, this thing. See, all I mentioned, right? So after arrow marks, what you need to give? The expression, right? So we need to add two number, right? So just put n1 plus n2. Right guys? Completed. Okay. So now what we can do? Already we have added this two number, n1 plus n2. Correct? So now we can take, right? So suppose int sum equals to what? Sum equals to what we can take? So already we have the this one, right? Already we have created object op, right? Op dot see, this message coming, right? So this expect two input, right? N1 and N2. Suppose N1 is 100 and what? N2 will 200. Suppose It's up to you what you're going to give the input. Okay, now then what is your aim? Need to print this, right? Sum. So what? Sys out, right? Sys out, right? So under sys out, you can write the message like that: addition of two number each. What? What is your sum value, right? Yes or no? I hope you understood, right? What I mentioned here, right? So just I have remove this void to int, right? And what we are going to return the method. So our motto is how we are going to provide the implementation of functional interface method. So that is add method. So what we have done? So we have created one object for this interface. Yes or no? Operation OP. And what? This is variable, right? So argument list, whatever the argument you have, you need to keep before the arrow, and after arrow what you're going to do the expression. So you need to do the add two number, n1 plus n2, right? Then just we have taken this sum, right? We call respective method add method, and what this method expect to input 100 and 200 I have given, and we are going to print and we get the result. Okay, yes or no? So we'll run the application, right? See, come here, see, output is 300, right? Addition of two number is 300, right? So if you change here, what? 500. So as per your input, the answer will be what? Coming, right? 700. Got it, guys? So what I mean to tell here, so how we are going to provide the implementation of functional interface method, right, guys? Yes or no? And guys, one thing also I will tell you here. So this argument list, right? You can see argument list int n1 n2. So that type of the argument, right? So n1 is int type, n2 is also int type. So our type of the argument is optional. Type of the argument is optional. I will show here. See. So if you comment this line, okay, come here and copy this line. Okay, copy and paste here. Okay, paste, right? Paste and remove this two argument. Okay. Yes or no? So what I have done here? So I have removed the what? Type of the argument. That is optional. Type of the argument, you can say optional. It's up to you. You can give, or also if you will not give, so no any issue will be there. Okay. See, now I will run the application. So output is coming expected or not, without giving the type of the argument. See, 700, right? So note, okay. So if you are not providing the type of the argument, also it will work as expected. Got it? It seems, right? I hope you understood it clearly, right? So that is the second example. That is the second example. Okay. Okay. This is the second example. So I hope you got clearly. Okay. So now we'll jump into the third example. I will jump into the third example. So just I will create one what? Class. Come here. Okay. This is the project table code, right? So now what I'm going to write third lambda expression, right? So in scenario based question, okay, in the interview or your implementation in your assignment, such type scenario may come in your future, or already might be you face such type of issue. See, so lambda example 3. Okay, this one, come here. See guys, already we know this thing, right? Very well. We have done lots of time, right? So already we have created one class, right? So see guys, first I will explain what is agenda for this example, right? So agenda of this example, suppose if you are going to validate your username and password. What? Suppose if you are going to validate the username and password with the help of what? Two input, username and password. How you are going to validate? Right? So that is the main motto. How we are going? If you are going to pass correct username password, it will give success login. If you are going to pass wrong or invalid credential like username password, it will show what? Login fail. Okay, so this is the agenda of this example. Okay, so you know very well, if you are going to what? If you are going to implement lambda expression, what you should have? First thing, keep in mind, you should have functional interface. Functional interface means you will have only one abstract method. Got it? So I'm going to create one functional interface. Okay, suppose service. Suppose service login. Okay, that is your interface name. Service login. Come here. Okay, so in that you need to create one abstract method. Yes or no, guys? Clear, right? So a string what? Login. Suppose this is your what? Method name login. So you will have what? Two input, a string username and what? A string what? Password. Makes sense, right? You are not going to provide implementation. That is a abstract method. Correct? First step completed. What completed? So you have already created one abstract method inside the functional interface. This is a functional interface. Why? Because you have only one abstract method. Got it? Yes. Already I mentioned earlier also. So now second agenda. What agenda is? So in the main method, how you are going to check whatever the user is going to pass username and password, is it what? Valid or not? Okay. So for that purpose, we are going to create what? One object for that. So you can put SL service login equals to yes or no. So what you need to do here? So whatever your this one, right? Already mentioned you earlier in last example. You just put in that place, and this type of the argument not compulsory. It's optional. So what you can do? Remove this one, right? Remove this one. Yes or no, guys? Tell me. Yes or no? Tell me, guys. Yes or no? Yes, right? Why it's so okay? No problem. So it will what? No. 1 minute, guys. First, I will copy this one. Come here. Put here. Okay. Remove what I mentioned, username, and remove what? Password. Okay. So that is optional, right, guys? That is the optional username and password. So type of the argument is optional. I have removed a string and this string. Okay. What is it? 1 minute. Okay, it's not completed this way. Okay, see. So after that, you need to put arrow, right? Already I mentioned you, right? Before arrow, argument list already I have provided. After arrow, need to expression, right? Need to do expression. Guys, concentrate. This is logical part. So with the help of if else condition, also you can validate. If username and password will be correct, login success. Else login failed. But in this example, I am going to write ternary operator. In single line, you can perform the operation. Okay, how? Just see carefully. After that, what I can do, see carefully. So you know very well, right? So already you have the username. With the username, I am going to check. So username dot, right? So once see, if any username is there, right? Suppose if you are going to create some login username password. So username may contain what? Uppercase, lowercase. So we can check with equal ignore case, right? So see equal ignore case, right? So what is your what username? So that username you need to pass here. Okay, suppose your username is what? Your name itself, or anything you can put. Suppose your name is login only. What? Login. Yes or no? Username is login, right? And tell me what will be your password. Suppose n condition I am giving, right? You know very well n or condition. No need to explain here, right, guys? So your username dot equal just login. Some user may give the L capital, but sometimes some user may give the L small. So that it I am giving here equal ignore case. Don't ignore the case. Okay. Second, need to change the password, right? So already we have the password object, right? So check, copy here, come here, dot. See, password dot. Okay. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. So and password dot. If you're putting password dot. 1 minute, this thing you need to give 1 minute. Why it's coming that way? 1 minute. Just 1 minute, check, guys. Username dot equal in your case login you have given, right? Then if you are given what n condition, right? And password dot equals, why not coming? In 1 minute it should be give, right? Password dot equals, right? Equals method is right. Password dot equals, suppose login at the rate of 1 to 3. Yes or no? So in password dot equals login underscore is at the rate of 1 to 3, right? So if this will, so what I'm giving, what ternary operator, right? Okay. So see, this condition will what? If username password will correct, login success, either it will give login fail, right? So you can mention here what? Login success. So log 1 minute, guys. So login success. Okay. You know ternary operator, guys. Then will come to know very easily. Otherwise, you might be face problem, right? If you don't know ternary operator, you just check. So then login fail. Login fail. Okay. This one, then you, this one. Okay. So now what issue is coming? We'll see later. First, give me this complete thing. Might be some issue with it. No problem. So now what we can do? So we can do what? Create the what? Object for So first we're going to call, right? So this login method need to call it. So already you have the s1 object, right? One minute, guys. So already you have s1, right? So object already created it. Dot s1 or sl. You sl, right? Okay, I'm giving s1. That's why. So you give the sl dot see. So login method you're going to call it. See, yes or no? So you need give what to input. What the input? So what is the username? Login, right? You need to give here login. Yes or no? Login, and second is your what? Password. So you need to give the password, but this is under the string, right? Because it's both the express a string, right? So this thing to pass as a string. Correct? Yes or no, guys? It is a string. Correct? Then you need to store where. So this is return type a string, right? So you need to store in a string only. String what? You put a status. A string status equals to what? This one, right? What do you call? Yes or no? No. You're going to print that status. Yes or no? Is it valid or not? So put sys out. So your login status will be, you just keep message like that. What? Your login status plus what? Status, right? Yes or no? No. This is still not correct, but we'll check why this error is coming, right? Left must be. Okay, so what the issue is coming here? So you have done this thing, right? Okay, otherwise you can just give me this thing. Now let's see first. I will explain this thing. One minute, guy, 1 minute. And 1 minute. Service login, is it correct? 1 minute, guys. Just give me 2 minutes. After that, okay. This username. 1 minute, guys. So that username is right. And also you can write like that. No, this one you can write this one. Fail if we'll close this one, yes, guys. See, so I will explain one more time. See what I have done here. So as usual, I have taken what? That one. If you remove this one, no problem, guys. already mentioned it, so no problem with it. See, because we have return right, so return I mentioned here. Okay. See, so already we have created an object. We have passed that argument list. What do we have? Username and password, right? And then we are going to check if username is username dot equal in case login. Suppose if any user is going to pass this login as a username and password as a login at the rate of 123. Okay, if it is correct as expected, login success message will be print. Okay, if it is not, give the proper input as a what username and password, that will throw the login fail. Okay, as of now we are giving what correct input, username as a login and password as a login at the rate of 123. So it will show the your login status what login success, right? Login status login success, yes or no? So for that purpose we will run the application and see the response, it's coming expected or not, yes or no? Okay, see guys what we can see here. One minute, I will 1 second I will run, or already we have run. We can show the output, right? See your login status login success, right? Suppose negative case, if I am going to pass here login 1, that is the invalid. Intentionally I am giving the invalid login, right? Username, right? Login 1. Now save and run. What the message you should expect? Login fail, right? Because we are not passing correct username. Obviously it should be through the login fail message, right? We'll run the application, we'll see the result. See, login fail, yes or no? So what we have understood? We understood. So how we are going to check? How we are going to check any scenario based, right? Such type of implementation guys might be aware or you have seen in your project. Some methods are there going to check the username and password. If you pass correct or valid username and password, only your login will be success. Otherwise it will throw the error message external like that, or directly to the login fail, yes or no? So guys, with these 3 example, at least will come to know very basically how we are going to define any method inside the functional interface. If you are going to define any method inside the functional interface, so how we are going to provide the implementation for this abstract method with the help of lambda expression. Guys, see, very simple. Only 2 things keep in mind: before array, after array. Before arrow you need to give only what? Argument list. What? Argument list. Sometimes if you don't have any argument, it will be vacant. If you have any argument, you just put like that. And type of the argument is optional. A string, a string. If you write here, also it's good. If you're not writing, it's also correct. Not wrong. It's up to you. But it's a standard. You no need to write the type of the argument. You have seen might be lots of places, many places, right? So we are not writing type of the argument, right guys? So this is optional. So this is the implementation, right guys? So how we are going to provide implementation of this login method with the help of lambda expression. Already I mentioned you, we are going to provide the what? We are going to provide the implementation of functional interface method, that is called the lambda expression, guys. Yes or no guys? Tell me. With the help of lambda expression, we are going to provide the functional interface method. That's why we can say, so with the lambda expression, what? It bringing the functional programming. Yes or no? So guys, this is our topic for the functional interface and lambda expression. So next video guys, so I will just bring how the lambda is used in the collection. What guys, next topic, how we are going to use lambda expression in the collection. It's very important guys. So coming video very important. If you know how we are going to use lambda in collection, then you will become very happy. Yes or no? So mostly we are going to use the lambda in collection only guys. Okay, mainly we are going to use lambda in the collection only. Okay, so all about we'll discuss in next video guys. So how we are going to use lambda expression in collection. Okay guys, so please be focused what I'm going to write the code in front of you and how I'm running the application. Okay, so each and everything, if you more concentrate, so your coding part becomes very easy guys. I'm giving very damn sure, I'm giving assurance what I'm going to write the code in front of you. Just please be focused. If you'll concentrate what I'm writing the code, if you're following, and if you'll do practice some more, okay, definitely your coding skill will be more what, hands-on, will more experienced. Okay guys, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and click the bell button, okay, notification button, right? So once I will upload any video, you will get notification, right? So please, if you like this video, please subscribe and share among your friends. It will be helpful for you, okay, a lot. Thanks guys, bye bye, we'll meet in next video.